The top 40 quarter-mile production cars.
1.
The SSC Tuatara. This American-made car is on another level. On the level of getting roasted by famous car YouTubers. Because it unofficially beat the world record for the fastest production vehicle, reaching a whopping 331 miles per hour in Nevada. Despite all the hate the brand got due to being an unofficial record, you cannot underestimate this monster. With a 6.9-liter turbocharged V8, it can do the quarter mile in 7.98 seconds at 171.4 miles per hour. 2. The Koenigsegg Jesko. One more limited production car coming from the Swedish mastermind known as Christian von Koenigsegg. The Agera successor was named after the founder's father, Jesko von Koenigsegg. Thankfully, he didn't use my dad's name, otherwise it would be called Koenigsegg Manuel. The Jesko has a 5.1-liter bi-turbo V8 that can cross the quarter-mile mark in 8.06 seconds at 169.8 miles per hour. 3. Caparo T1. In the words of Jeremy Clarkson, maniac, maniac, maniac. And that's what you have to be in order to push this car to the limit. When he reviewed the T1, he said, "You can forget Enzos, you can forget Koenigseggs, this is on another level." Yes, that's the type of car we're talking about. Actually, I don't know how this is street legal. Fitted with a 3.5-liter racing engine, it can take this feather of a car through the quarter mile in just 8.27 seconds at 165.5 miles per hour. Not bad for a 3.5-liter. 4. Koenigsegg 1:1. The first ever Koenigsegg to achieve the perfect power-to-weight ratio. Yeah, I have the perfect power-to-weight ratio too. It's 250 pounds to 5 donuts a day. Perfect, I might say. It's named the 1:1 just because of its donuts ratio. Weighing in at 1,360 kilograms and having a 5-liter V8 producing 1,360 horsepower, that is equivalent to 1 megawatt, which the car manufacturer claims that this makes the 1:1 the world's first megacar. I don't know if it's actually the first megacar, but it is one of the fastest ever in the quarter mile, crossing the line in just 8.32 seconds at 164.4 miles per hour. 5. The Zenvo ST1. Come on, little Timmy. Zenvo. Zenvo. Try it.
Enzo! Falali Enzo!
Despite not having anything to do with Enzo, the 7-liter Danish car can cross the quarter-mile line in just 8.49 seconds and does so at 161.2 miles per hour. 6. The Caterham 7 RST V8 Levante. You might know Caterham for their great track day cars, or you might know the brand from the time they had a Formula 1 team. Oh, either way, you know they make quite quick cars, and the RST V8 Levante didn't fall far from the tree. With a 2.4-liter turbocharged V8 that helps this lightweight machine cross the quarter-mile line in a mind-boggling 8.52 seconds and doing so at 160.6 miles per hour. 7. The NIO EP9. China. They will eat your dog and possibly sell it back to you disguised as chicken. But worry no more, because NIO is arguably the best ever Chinese car maker, and I bet they don't eat doggos. They built an electric megacar that is called the EP9. It is able to do the quarter mile in 8.65 seconds at 158.1 miles per hour.
8.
The Hennessy Venom GT. American made, the Hennessy Venom GT had the world speed record for a while, until it got beaten by the Koenigsegg, but the quarter mile time of 8.68 seconds at 157.7 miles per hour is nothing to laugh at. We can thank this crazy speed to a 6.2-liter V8 engine and its chassis based on the Lotus Elise. 9. The Bugatti Chiron. We all know the Chiron is very nice, and a timeless masterpiece with a quad-turbo 8-liter W16 engine, producing a monstrous 1,500 horsepower. In conjunction with its all-wheel drive system, it rockets itself to the quarter-mile mark in 8.76 seconds at 156.2 miles per hour. German engineering. It says it all. Have you wondered how the German shows are? Maybe even the Korean ones? You can get access to all the country's exclusive Netflix shows and movies. Just get yourself ExpressVPN and enjoy more than 6 times the amount of movies and shows. Thank us by hitting that subscribe button. Smash the like button while you're at it. Now that you're wheel informed, let's keep going. 10. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire. One more Bugatti. This is becoming the peasant car list. It's basically a better looking and much more expensive Chiron, being the most expensive production car to ever sell at a whopping $18.9 million. And you get the same 8.76 seconds at 156.2 miles per hour quarter mile. 11. The TVR Cerbera Speed 12. 7.7 liter V12 engine. And I don't think I need to say much. It is able to do the quarter mile in 8.78 seconds at 155.9 miles per hour. 12. The Ferrari F50 GT. Also known as the F50 GT1, it was created to race in the BPR. I know when you see initials like BPR, you remind yourself of those lonely nights watching videos. Well, this has nothing to do with real estate agents who want you to buy a house. This is the BPR Global GT Series, and it was pure Grand Touring racing, rivaling cars like the McLaren F1 GTR. Even with all those beautiful wings creating downforce, it crosses the quarter mile in 8.8 seconds, doing 155.6 miles per hour. 13. Koenigsegg Agera RS. The fastest production car until the Tuatara, is able to do the quarter mile in 8.8 seconds at 155.4 miles per hour. 14. Koenigsegg CCXR Special Edition. The 4.8 twin supercharged V8 engine produces 806 horsepower. It can easily take one of the 2 special editions to the quarter mile line in just 8.88 seconds, doing so at 154 miles per hour.
15.
The Zenvo TSR S. With a 5.8 liter twin turbocharged V8 and a crazy looking active rear spoiler that looks like a crazy invention from Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb. Still, I bet it makes it great in the corners. I just hope Candace doesn't tell Mom that it does the quarter mile in just 8.89 seconds at 152.8 miles per hour. 16. The Ariel Atom. Arguably the best ever road legal track day car, with a Honda engine pulled out from the Civic Type R. Thankfully not a B16 that racers love to use to mow lawns. Weighing just over 610 kilograms, it easily rockets this Atom to the quarter mile in under 9 seconds and crosses the line doing 152.2 miles per hour. 17. The Ultima GTR 720. You can get it as a kit car, for those who like playing with cars. You also can get it from the factory, but it will take a few months to arrive at your door. It has a 6.8 liter V8 engine that produces 720 horsepower. This road-legal supercar does the quarter mile in 9.1 seconds at 150.3 miles per hour. 18. The Koenigsegg Agera. The older and slower version of the Agera. Not as fast as the RS version, but still a monster beast. With a 4.7 liter V8, you can get yourself to the quarter mile in 9.24 seconds at 148 miles per hour. I mean, only if you have the money or the luck to be driving this car, but for you and me, that's nothing. 19. The Bugatti Veyron Supersport. I still remember watching that record-breaking run on Top Gear, the fastest car for a long time, with an 8 liter W16 engine and is able to do the quarter mile in 9.26 seconds at 147.8 miles per hour. 20. The 9FF GT9. Rich people love exclusivity and being eccentric. On the opposite side, you have the ricey guys, driving around their Stance lawnmowers. Civics. Sorry, they look quite similar. So if you are part of the first group of people, and you like 911s, you might turn to the 9FF to make your car faster, and from that, the GT9 was born. With a 4 liter engine, it can easily go to more than 255 miles per hour, and does the quarter mile in 9.29 seconds, crossing the line doing 147.2 miles per hour. 21. The Koenigsegg CCX. 802 horsepower, supercharged 4.7 liter V8, and arguably the best spec of this car, a 6-speed manual transmission. With a skilled driver, this car does the quarter mile in 9.32 seconds, doing just under 147 miles per hour.
22.
The Koenigsegg Regera. I know this list is full of Koenigsegg's. It's because the Swedish carmaker truly makes great performing machines. The Regera is no exception, and it easily crosses the quarter-mile line in 9.41 seconds at 145.4 miles per hour. I know, Bugattis and Koenigseggs. This feels like the Christmas list of a billionaire's son. I hope he gets a Toyota Prius instead, that spoiled brat. 23. The McLaren Senna. In honor of one of the best F1 drivers, Ayrton Senna, McLaren made one of the best cars ever. With a twin turbocharged 4-liter engine and a dry weight of just under 1,200 kilograms. This amazing machine is able to do the quarter mile in just 9.54 seconds at 143.4 miles per hour. I bet John Cena can't do any faster. 24. The McLaren F1 LM. The legendary car that Elon Musk crashed after selling PayPal. I mean, he totaled the non-LM version. What a peasant. Weighing just over a ton, and with a 6.1-liter V12 engine, is absolutely brutal. And the LM version being made to honor the 5 McLaren F1s, the 95's 24-hour of Le Mans. Even though it's an older car, it can do the quarter mile in 9.59 seconds at 142.7 miles per hour. 25. The Apollo Intensa Emozione. Crazy looking monster, super aggressive, rear adaptive wing. The launch spec has a crazy light changing color. This Italian design is an obnoxious design, but the engine corresponds to the looks with a 6.3-liter naturally aspirated V12. Yes, V12. It sounds great, and I could take you to the quarter mile line in just 9.64 seconds, doing 142 miles per hour. 26. The Ferrari LaFerrari. $2 million. That's the price for the flagship Ferrari. Peasant. This hybrid mix of a 6.3-liter V12 and an electric motor that together make 949 horsepower. One of the first hybrid hypercars, it started to show people that alternatives are possible and can still make monsters around the track and on the drag strip, crossing the quarter-mile mark at 140.2 miles per hour in just 9.76 seconds. 27. The Gumpert Apollo S. The Gumpert Apollo does the quarter mile in 9.83 seconds, doing 139.1 miles per hour. Produced by German automotive manufacturer Altenburg, the company filed for bankruptcy in August in 2013. This is one of the fastest production cars, and who knows if they were managed by Elon Musk, because if I was the CEO, I would definitely have ruined the company much faster. 28. The Pagani Huayra. For many, this supercar is art, because Pagani is well known for their attention to detail, and with a twin turbocharged 6-liter V12 made by Mercedes-AMG, it does the quarter mile in just 9.89 seconds at 138.9 miles per hour.
29.
The Lamborghini Scion. The first ever hybrid Lambo, you can finally stunt on the plebes and keep saving the polar bears, with a monstrous electric motor producing a whopping 34 horsepower. Thankfully, the V12 engine has an output of 785 horsepower. The all-wheel drive system helps you do the quarter mile in 9.92 seconds, crossing the line at 137.9 miles per hour. 30. The Pagani Zonda Sync. Quarter mile in just under 10 seconds. It feels like a lot compared to other cars on this list, but it is a 7.3-liter V12 Zonda. Just to give you perspective, a Honda Civic takes about 13 days to do the quarter mile and crosses the line doing 30 miles per hour. 31. The McLaren 765 LT. The 2020 765 Longtail has a base price of $350,000, and that money buys a big house in the suburbs, perfect for the frat parties you're throwing. Just make sure to invite the gold diggers. I bet they'll like the 4-liter twin-turbo V8. And this is the first 10-second car on the list, crossing the line in just 10.03 seconds and doing 136.4 miles per hour. 32. The Lamborghini SVJ. Limited to 800 units, the Super Veloce Jota, and boy it's fast. With 770 horsepower and all-wheel drive, it does the quarter mile in 10.04 seconds at 136.3 miles per hour. 33. The Ferrari 488 Pista. The perfect first car for trust fund kids. The perfect first car to wreck. But it's okay. Daddy will pay. And I'm telling you, this car has a 3.9 twin turbocharged V8. This rear-wheel drive is good to do the quarter mile in 10.09 seconds at 135.6 miles per hour. 34. The W Motors Lykan Hypersport. You might know this car from the Fast and the Furious 7. Despite being a hypercar, in real life it can't jump from one skyscraper to another. But it is a 10.12 second car, and it crosses the line doing 135.2 miles per hour. 35. The Noble M600. This hand-built British V8 machine screams, "God save the Queen!" until it arrives at the quarter-mile line. Thankfully, it takes only 10.19 seconds to do so.
36.
The Ferrari F12 TDF. The TDF is short for To Die For. Actually, it's Tour de France. Nothing to do with the big bicycle ride, but rather a reference to the endurance road race run between 1899 and 1986 and dominated by Ferrari in the 50s and 60s. And its racing heritage shows on the quarter mile, doing it in just 10.23 seconds. 37. The McLaren 675 LT. Low testosterone is the condition you have if you don't like the 675 Longtail, because this puppy can do the quarter mile in 10.27 seconds and crosses the line at 133.3 miles per hour. 38. The Ford GT90. The 95 Ford GT90 is a 5.9-liter car that Ford made one of one and is a 10.33 second car. 39. The Nissan R390. The R390 is one of the most successful Nissan race cars, but that's because the Nissan Juke Nismo never got his chance. Only one road-legal R390 was built, which is currently in storage at Nissan's facility, and this legendary car does the quarter mile in just 10.35 seconds and crosses the line doing 132.2 miles per hour. 40. The McLaren P1. Let's end it on a good note. The P1 is the first hybrid McLaren, basically a Prius, using Formula One technology. With a twin-turbo 3.8-liter V8, this hypercar does the quarter mile in just 10.37 seconds. For your girl's sake, I hope you guys don't do the quarter mile in just 10 seconds. You know what is not scientifically proven, but might help you out? Liking and subscribing to our channel. You get better, and you also get access to a huge amount of great content. Thank you for watching. See ya!